morning with Miss Hot Sauce, Miss Tony, and Rockstone Triz. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, all you people out there. I hope you're having a good day, so bear.
So bear. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Last night at bingo. Everybody that won bingo had to do a song for bingo.
Yeah.
Y'all missed my song. I did a whole, I think Chris recorded it, but I did a whole song. We had a time at bingo last
Song
night.
and dance.
It was so much. Listen, bingo don't be a lot of people, but the people that are there are lit. And we had a good time last night. We did all kind of musical bingo, all kind of karaoke bingo. We sang out loud. It was such a good time. Huh? Karaoke bingo. That's what we should have, a karaoke bingo, because we was there. We danced, we sang, we had a time last night. I'm telling you, bingo's my thing. That's my thing. It's my thing.
Nice.
My thing.
How y'all doing out there? Good world.
Good.
Oh my God, my throat itches me. I want to go into it, rip it out, scratch it, put it back in.
No.
That's what I want to do. My night was good. I had a feature, or I was a guest host on the It's Lit podcast.
It's lit.
Yep. It's lit. And that was really fun because they had a baker in there who does infused snacks, infused pastries. And I had one of the best muffin cookies I've ever had in my life.
I think it was delicious.
Wasn't it delicious?
It was
They
so
had some
good.
little ginger snap looking things. I think they're called Goku ginger cookies or something like that.
Oh, Goku.
Something like that.
Dragon Ball Z.
Yes, or something like that. Amazing.
Wow.
And then infused brownies. Tristan.
Nice.
Wait, I have a piece for you.
Nice. Infused brownies always hit the spot.
And they're vegan and gluten free.
Oh, wow.
And they were moist and nice.
And they were, because usually when you hear all that
They're
free
not, yeah.
this and free that, then they'll be dry and terrible. This is good.
This cookie is nice.
Wow.
And then I made it to bingo too late. By the time I got here, they had finished won all the prizes, so I didn't stand a chance. I think they did that on purpose, but whatever.
All right.
Mhm.
It is happy Thursday, June 25th. Yesterday was hump day.
Hey.
And today is today is Fun Thursday, June 25th. Shout out to Jonathan Lagumbe.
Hey, that's our boy.
It's 641 over there on the west side.
Jonathan be up early.
I know you be up early, brother.
The early bird catches the worm.
Amen.
Amen.
I didn't do nothing yesterday, man. Yesterday I chilled by my neighbors. All my neighbors are getting work done. My house is getting painted. My neighbor's house everybody getting fixed up.
Hey, block restoration. Okay.
That's what we've been restoring the block.
Well, maybe y'all can put on some input to what they doing down here in Blue Hill. Goddamn Ave. God damn it.
What is happening down here?
Oh, it's happening, guys. I think it's gonna happen.
Mm.
Y'all gonna get your center running, bustling.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm moving from here.
They can do that, and maybe in another 20 years they'll have underground orange line.
And they don't need an underground railroad in another 2 years because of whatever's going on here in this administration. But anyway, let's get into the news, y'all.
Let's get into the
All
let's
right.
get into the news.
All right,
Let's
start
spread
show,
in the
y'all.
news.
That, yeah.
Keep it. Hold on there now. All right. Let's keep it moving slow.
Oh, sticky, icky.
Don't forget though, this weekend is all about B Soca presents the 2026 band launching. That's going to be taking place at the YMCA down MLK Boulevard. So you guys make sure you go down to that this Saturday.
That's this weekend.
Sunday.
Sunday. Excuse me.
Oh, yay,
Uh-huh.
be so
All right, ready to start the show. Let's go.
yeah.
You're listening to Saucy and Friends in the morning with Miss Hot Sauce, Miss Tony, and Rockstone Triz. Good morning. Boston, New England, let the sun light in. Saucy and Friends in the morning. We're ready to begin.
Yes, we are.
Yeah,
we
find
are.
us at sparkfmonline.com. Saucy and Friends in the morning. Yeah, we got it going on.
Somebody was making fun of our singer yesterday. I was
Who?
just saying. Somebody said, I heard something on your show yesterday. I didn't know what it was. Then I heard, good morning, good morning.
Tell them don't do it.
What?
Don't do it to themselves.
Not
That
this
is our good
time.
theme song.
That's the best theme song in the history of morning show.
In the history of history.
All right, check. Let's see what we have here. Today is June 25th, right?
Yes, it is.
Today is
It
June 25th, 2026. It is a Thursday. It is a Thursday, June 26th. It is currently 9:44 a.m. in the morning. There's going to be a high of 71 degrees. Actually, it's 74 degrees right now. A high of 84 later on today, and a low of 61. Yesterday was kind of chilly. Last night was a little last night.
last
night it was a
Mm.
little chilly.
Mhm.
You know, I had to put on a little sweat there to
Mhm.
go walk the dog.
Last night after we left your house, we were gonna go home, and then Nicole said, "I want some pizza." So we got pizza down by the pizza place.
The good one?
Yeah, the little-
Adams?
Alex's maybe.
Amy's? Yeah.
Alex is down on Washington Street. And then we were there. We were like, well, we might as well just drive by downtown and see what happens. And then we found some white men that were waiting in line to get into the Dubliner or whatever it's called. And they were performing out there. And so we stopped to watch them perform. And this was one of their performances.
Is that like the number one car? Yeah, they've been rowing.
They've been rowing. So they were
That's
on the
a Viking
sidewalk.
row. It's called a Viking row.
Oh, but sitting down. This is them in the line to get into the Dubliner.
They did that going up the escalator.
Really?
They was on up. There's videos of them doing that up the escalator. In Boston.
Oh,
so the Scots are still here.
Huh?
So the
No.
Scots are still here.
No, that's not the Scots. I think these are the Netherlands. This
Oh,
is
the
another
Netherlands,
one.
they do okay.
I don't know, but they were out there. They were singing, and they were singing some version of "We're not gonna take it anymore," but in their language. It was very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. So yeah.
The Dubliner is Scott. It's
Scottish.
a Scottish bar.
Is it Scottish? Yeah, it is. It is. It's
Dubliner.
owned by Scottish people.
Mhm.
Hey, look who's here.
Mhm.
Oh,
Brother Chris.
Here.
look who's
Brother Chris
here.
joining us this morning. How you
Oh,
doing?
hello, Brother Christopher Worrell,
morning,
or would
Brother
you like to go
Worrell.
by
How are you?
State Rep?
Brother Chris.
Hello, brother. You might as well sit
Foreign
down.
people.
We didn't even. This is a special surprise.
It is very special surprise.
Right in the. Actually, while you're here,
Yeah.
can we talk about some things?
What do we need to talk about?
Blue Hill Ave.
Don't like it. I went on record. Let me make sure. I do not like Blue Hill Ave.
Yeah.
I do not like Blue Hill Ave. I talked to the MBTA.
Yes.
Was it
So
yesterday?
because I think you're guilty by association.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that photograph, those photos are going around, and I was like, oh,
Yeah.
so that's what we do.
No, I
Who were
was
you
there.
talking to? Were you talking to Philippine?
We was talking to Philip Yang on the
MBT.
photos.
Yep.
Yeah.
Then we talked to his second in command yesterday or 2 days ago.
Yeah.
2 days ago.
So I
And hold on.
Mm.
And if I'm not mistaken, I was the only person on that bus that was driving hell with everybody. No, we don't need this.
what about the little lady that was there too? So she starts with an M. She's
I didn't even see.
she's
the picture.
opposed. I know that she spoke at the thing, and we had gotten her information.
Oh,
one
the little
time.
lady.
The little lady, yeah.
Oh,
She's
yes, yes.
one of the defenders of Blue Hill Ave.
She wants it?
No.
Oh.
Chris, I don't know if you can speak off the record or on the record or whatever.
Whatever you want me to
As
do.
far as you know, is this a done deal?
I don't think it's a done deal yet.
Okay, all right.
It's not-
all
so
right,
they-
all right.
Shoot, not. You know what?
You plead the fifth.
You know, some things
Strike
you can't. No, it's not a done deal. One, but some things you can't say because they won't give you information if you say it.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yes.
okay.
So just know it's not a done deal,
Okay.
and I think they're coming back to the community with different ideas.
Okay.
I
All
hope
right.
so.
Yeah.
Because one of the things that are circulating right now is that we're going to get into it in the local news. But while you're here, by association of your brother,
Yeah, I get that a lot.
him and
I had on my Worrell t-shirt last night.
Okay, I like that.
brother is trending right now. Him
Yeah.
and Kopapatan
Yeah.
because they are going against the grain.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They're really actually sticking their head out there to get cut off.
yeah.
And propose a new, I like to call it a hypothetically aggressive plan.
Yeah.
And you like that?
Yeah, sounds nice. Sounds
Because
nice.
we do understand that there needs to be a process that goes through before something like this is even proposed. But the proposal is something like an orange line
Extension.
extension.
And I like it. And I
You like it, but is it
I
feasible?
like it. It is. Everything's feasible because they just did it in Somerville, right?
Okay.
So
Oh.
when you hear people saying that we can't happen, like that's like we're in 2026.
Mhm.
Like the pipes on the ground could be moved,
Mhm.
things could happen, like it could happen. But not the but. You know, with everything it comes construction. Just how
Yeah.
they're gonna be doing construction if the middle lane bus lane comes down, it's
Mhm.
gonna be the same construction if the extension happens. So, you know, for the naysayers, it is something possible.
Yeah.
That could happen.
It will and under realistic guise, because we are I think we reached out to Brian just this morning to come in and explain that it will most likely cost a little bit more and
Yep.
take a little bit more time.
Yep.
But I think that if the goal is for a long-term
Come on,
long-term
preach,
Fix.
fixing
preach.
and transit, then what's taking a couple more years? Because this is not going to be instant.
And how many people rather get on the train than hop on the bus?
Absolutely, 100%.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
when I take public transportation, I drive to the train station,
I
Right.
then
park-
hop on.
then
Yeah,
park on-
exactly.
yep.
Then go on, but I'm not getting on the bus.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Because a bus leads to another bus that leads to a station.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yep.
So-
Where I gotta take
Cut
a
out the
Uber.
middleman.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Cut out the middleman.
Or get somebody to come
and
pick
hop
me up.
and hop on. And
Yeah.
one thing that I like about it is that one of the stops is Franklin Park Zoo.
Oh, yeah.
So now that's
Access
That
for
would be
all to
amazing
the
Yes.
zoo.
for so many people.
Exactly.
Wow.
And look how
Oh.
much. Say wherever you are in Massachusetts, you can hop on a train and get dropped off right in front of the zoo.
Yeah, I like
That's
that.
an economic engine right
I
in
like
our
it because it got
in our
Wellington
neighborhood.
Hill.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
the thing for me as a resident of Blue Hill Ave, the thing for me is just the construction phase. Like I was saying yesterday, like if I could snap my fingers and it would be done, I'm down for
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
But the construction phase really worries me. As
in
a
any
resident.
of these
Yes.
plans.
Yeah.
Yes.
And with both. Yeah.
Yeah.
The bus lane, the train line, anything. The construction part is what worries me.
But sustainability, and like Hot Sauce said, what looks like a longer term solution. Like we had back in the days, we had Charlie's going up Blue Hill Ave.
Yeah.
And they took them out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they did. Yeah. Yeah.
Why did they take them out?
Cars started hitting the road.
Oh, and that's one like that is the actual problem. There's not a magic wand that's going to be passed over the car drivers that say, hey,
Yeah.
now we have a center running bus
Yeah.
lane. Let's turn our cars in.
So the MBTA thinks that if you build it, they would use it. So they're saying, like, if we build a 7-lane bus lane, Rep Worrell, more people are going to use the bus. I'm like, no, I can't use the bus. I got 3 kids.
Yeah.
One has to get
To the
dropped off at
babysitter.
Yeah.
Yep.
Other 2 got to go. I'm like, I'm not using, like, anyone over 3 kids or 2 kids are
Yeah.
not using the MBTA.
Absolutely.
But-
And that's a realistic fact, because they're like, oh, but the children I just heard today, can school buses ride in the center bus lane?
They said it could. Yeah.
I
Oh.
saw
They said
that.
it
I
could.
saw that on Columbus Ave.
Yeah.
And then one day when I was driving with my friend in the police van, he went through it too.
So, but you got to look at this too, right?
Yeah.
If you look at Columbus Ave, right?
Yeah.
My office pulled the numbers and talked to a lot of people.
Yeah.
Is Columbus Ave has the worst accidents. They had an uptick in accidents by, car to bus accidents,
Mhm.
car to car accidents,
Oh.
and car hitting people accidents.
Oh.
Since they
And that's due
installed-
to the middle lane bus lane.
Yep.
So now imagine that little stretch coming down this whole entire corridor.
That yesterday.
When I'm going in the comment sections of these things and I'm seeing people from other places talk about Columbus Ave, I'm like, have you guys ever spoken to the people on Columbus Ave? Because I know for a fact that the businesses down there are struggling. And are very, very upset about that.
Yeah.
Very upset.
Very
about
upset.
That.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure why the city keeps on going in the direction of this is so good and so equitable to all without looking at the examples of other examples. Build it, they will come. American Legion Highway. Build the bike lanes. They still have not come into that bike lanes. And now it looks like crazy because all those little things are pushed down. They're knocked to the side. It's a goddamn mess.
I got 2 stories. First story is this. If you remember, if you ever go by the Boston Garden, they had a bike tracker. And it clocks every bike that uses the bike lane. And they were supposed to be all across the city.
Yeah.
But they started off in the Boston Garden. They stopped it because they seen the numbers the first month. There was nobody. There was nobody.
Over there by the garden is crazy.
Yeah.
I mean,
they have a center running bike lane there.
Yeah. And that's that bike lane. There was a clocker to clock every single bike that drove by.
Wow.
And they was like, you know what? We're just gonna turn this off.
Because we said we joked about that yesterday. We were like, if anything, put a center running bike lane so that at least we keep our lanes. I do believe, and I won't get off of this soapbox until they do it, is that parking enforcement would probably be one of the most majorest things that we can do for a congestion diet or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And I'm seeing also people in the comments talking about, it seems to me like the people in the area just want to keep on double parking. No, we don't. Yeah. We don't want to double park, and we don't want other people to double park. Stop talking for us. And I don't like when people talk for the people on Blue Hill Ave. I've gone down. I've traveled down it a few times. I traveled down it a few times per hour.
Yeah, sure. and the crazy thing. So when we hopped on that bus ride, and we hit we went from Mattapan Square, and we made a loop around Andrew. Is that Andrew or Jackson? Jackson. So we hit Columbus Ave, and I was like, this is terrible. One of the MBTA guys was like, we made a mistake on this one. It's like, no, this is a big mistake.
Because
exactly. We can't afford to continue to make mistakes. Yeah. And especially on Blue Hill Ave, where people use it every day. Yeah. You have small businesses. Yeah. You have Spark children. FN. Yeah. You have so many. Again, people using Blue Hill Ave, we can't afford to just make a mistake and just say.
And what is so hard about trying to enforce traffic? The other day, BTD was out there in front of Happy giving tickets to people. There's a police officer that is usually stationed right there at Talbot and Blue Hill and Harvard, whatever that cross is. Why can't that person just come out and tell those people to move? Like,
and he don't even do, just go up and do boop, boop.
Yeah.
Boop, boop.
That's it.
Yeah. That's it. You don't have to get out your car. Just stand behind them and refuse to move until they double park.
Has that not been presented as a solution?
It's almost like a back idea. Like, let's do the center running bus lane first, and then we'll try some traffic enforcement after we get what we want.
And my ideology was, if you really wanted to do this, right, and the proper way to do it is first help Blue Hill Ave get beautify Blue Hill Ave.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you beautify Blue Hill Ave, it's easier to have the conversation like, guys, we're going to have a center lane bus lane. But when you just slam it, everyone's like, hey, hold up.
Wait.
Hold up. Yeah, stop. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. The investments were always there. You never put it across Blue Hill Ave. But now you just want to smack us with something crazy.
That's the thing. Do a little build up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Warm us up a little bit. Yeah. Make me feel good.
Okay.
Yes. So I, police needs to, get out the car. We just had a walk on Old Road. We're having these meetup parties that one happens to be right by my house. Yeah. And there was at least 100 dirt bikes.
Oh no.
Friggin' 70 cars, 300 people on this all back road. And I'm like, guys. Yeah. I was with the sergeant, like, we got to do something.
Yeah.
Like my window was shaking.
Yeah.
And I'm like, we got to do something.
Yeah.
You know. So we're dealing with a whole lot.
I appreciate those of you who are standing and at least standing firm in the know.
Yes.
And not kind of dilly dallying around.
I caught a stray in the picture.
You did catch a stray. You did get it because I think when I saw it, I was like, oh,
I caught a stray.
Like, the primaries is coming up. All right.
Right. Exactly.
That will happen, Christopher.
I am again on Spark FM, like I told the Globe, like I told Dorchester Reporter, like my whole staff knows, I am a firm no on Blue Hill Ave, Center Lane, Bus Lane.
It's funny because
keep it right, Chris. Because Sauce has been talking about primary and you.
I know, I was taking votes one day. Someone hit me up, was like, Danielle Johnson. I was like, yeah, that's my homie. I don't think so. What are you talking about?
You see?
Yeah.
Man, wow.
I was like, what are you talking about?
That's crazy.
She's on the radio talking about primary. And I was like, get out of here.
I be primarying everybody. Once you guys piss me off, I primary. We also got a statement from Liz Miranda. They wanted to make sure that we were notified that she also is not for the current Blue Hill Ave bill.
Yeah.
I've collected my own data and can say that with confidence. I would also note that despite some reporting to the contrary, the funding has not yet been awarded.
Yep.
I've been in direct communication with the Federal Transit Authority, and they shared that the process is lengthy and involves multiple stages of review before any federal dollars are committed to be spent. So thank you for she reinforced what you said. It's not necessarily a done deal yet, but it could,
And don't let people tell you that we're not going to give away money. Like, we never was at the table when they fought to get the money.
Yeah.
So if we're not at the table to fight to get the money, like, make it make sense.
Yeah.
Like, it shouldn't be a fight to.
I'm not even sure how this went to the table to be argued to get money without community support and overwhelming support. Yeah. And I do understand the different aspects of it because we here like to touch base with all of those that are around us, the bikers, the walkers, and I understand their perspective of safer roads. And I feel like that can be accomplished without having a center running bus lane. I think that we need to talk more so about a respect for the roads instead of let's dig them up and hope that you guys fall in line where you're supposed to be.
Exactly. Yeah. And when we have the center lane, bus lane, make sure you guys use it.
Yes, absolutely.
No. When was the last time you was on the 28? And again, they say that the 28.
28.
The other day.
But check this out. They say the 28's free. Like the 28's only free for a certain amount of time.
It is.
It's gonna be cut off real. So within the next year or two.
I thought it was at least extended to the end of this year.
Yeah. So again, they're giving numbers for a free bus. When that bus comes back to people paying money to how will those numbers go look like?
You know what?
You just said something. Because now that I gotta pay all this money to travel and the construction ain't being done for 10 years, I'm probably gonna buy me a little car.
A little car.
I'm gonna go get me a little 1,500 hoop ride for the winter. That's the other thing. For Boston to be, 6 months out of the year cold as hell. Yeah. It just seems like I probably would be better in my vehicle.
Exactly. Automatic starter.
Yes.
Listen, I live right there. It's a 15-minute walk. I drive the 4 minutes.
Well, see, you are not a good. You can't say that no more.
It's cold. It's cold.
It's hot right now. You not out of it. You ain't in this conversation no more. You gonna make the claim. They were like, see, even the 15 minutes they are so addicted to their cars that they can't take the free bus down the street.
Absolutely.
You don't say no, but you don't advocate for us.
I take the free bus.
Exactly. And you think it's fine.
Yes.
Where it is on the side of the street, not in the middle.
Absolutely, I think that. I don't want no center running bus.
But see, that's my other thing, and we'll get off of this in a few seconds. Yeah. Why can't it just be on the side?
They said they're coming back to community with different options.
Yeah, because I think that we can talk about this forever. Yeah, and we can. But I think it's safer on the side, especially for elderly people. Me too. Because they get off right there, and the bus can get up on the sidewalk and put them off on the sidewalk.
It will technically help parking enforcement too.
It will. It will. Yes.
It will.
bus lane
Yeah.
on the side.
You got to park on the side street.
Yeah.
Well, that's another complaint is that there's not enough parking on Blue Hill Ave in the first place. Find somewhere else unless you guys want to Blue Hill, Center for the Bus. All right, everybody got to get creative with their
parking
parking.
lots in Blue Hill Ave.
Oh,
Yeah.
Can I own one?
Yeah.
We can knock down this building.
Can you? Actually, yes. Yes, please do. That eliminates a lot of my problems. We can't stay there anyways. Ain't no more building. We got to leave. All right. Yeah. So, we got a phone call.
Oh, wow.
Caller, you're live.
And I guess it's here.
Spark FM. All right. They don't want to talk. They're a little scared.
No, again, you guys, tremendous. You know, when we talk about Black media, we talk about Spark FM. We talk about this show in particular.
Thank you.
Like, you guys continue to inform, educate our Black people throughout the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. So I just want to thank you guys and continue to do the great work. My guy Tristan came in clutch for me. I appreciate you.
Shout out to the lovely Stephanie Everett.
Yes, and you guys are amazing. And when are you in City Hall Plaza? When are you in City Hall Plaza?
I'm not going nowhere to City Hall Plaza. I don't.
You
like
ain't got the
City
fan.
Hall.
When's Fan Fest? With hot sauce.
No, I'm not at City Hall. I'm at Lawn on D on Friday and Monday.
Okay. Are you doing both games on Friday?
No, just the 3 o'clock game.
No, you got to do the
France
you
and
got to do the
Norway.
6 o'clock game.
What's that one?
That's a Cape Verdean game. They come.
Oh, really?
They come.
We might have to stay there a little
We're
bit.
stay. No, we went to the first Cape Verdean one.
Yeah.
We were.
Yeah.
They were heavy.
They were heavy.
And they were having a time. It was a party. We were only there for about 45 minutes, but we were like, yo, this is lit.
They are coming.
No, we're gonna. I'm off the clock at 7, so I will stay there and look.
Yeah.
Because, yeah,
it's gonna be.
It's gonna be crazy. Yeah. But Chris, thank you so much for your impromptu stop by. You missed our staff meeting, but that's. Oh no, you was there. You was on the line. You was on the line. You was on the line. You got that.
You see Tristan? They try to. You see Tony?
Look at that.
You see what they try to do?
Doing everything. He is everywhere in this state. Okay.
State representative.
Your own boss and constituent try to throw me under the bus.
Look at that. But we appreciate you, Chris, and we appreciate you and the things that you do for us and for the state and
appreciate
the city.
it. Thank you guys. And again, sentiments shared the same way. You guys are killing Black media. When you talk about Black media and Spark is not a part of it, you're doing something wrong.
Say the thing.
Yes.
Cut that up. Put it out. We have been endorsed. Good seeing you.
Yes,
Thank
nice
you
seeing
so
you guys.
much, my friend. You are a good one.
Yes, appreciate it.
We're gonna take a quick commercial break and we're gonna reset the show. We'll come back in a few seconds.
Yeah.
Keep it locked right here. Spark FM Online, #1 for urban and Caribbean music. Bye. Bye.
Turn it on.
Turn it up.
Give me $20, Tristan. Give me $20.
Yes.
Boston, are you ready? Join us for the 7th annual Boston Black Pride, happening July 1st through July 5th,
Oh, good.
2026. Celebrate 250 years
Do we
of
want to
queer
go
Black
straight
joy
into that?
with 5 days of community, culture, music, wellness, and unforgettable experiences. From our Health Summit, Youth Pride, outdoor events, to the Kiki Ball, Boston Brunch Pool Party, and our nightlife events. And let's not forget our Music and Arts Festival. There's something for everyone to do. Don't miss the biggest Black
he's a big pusher of Blue Hill Ave.
Get your tickets and learn more at www.bostonblackpride.com or follow our social medias at Boston Black Pride Official. Boston Black Pride 2026, where community, culture, and pride come together.
Praise the Lord, City of Boston. This is Brother Chris right here on Spark FM.
Come on, sing it.
Bringing you Sunday morning worship each and every Sunday morning, 6 to 10 a.m. Let's get our praise on.
What I know about courage, I learned from my adoptive mom. She said sometimes you just gotta hold on and know we'll get through this. Mom, we are so high up. Hold my hand.
No, you hold my hand.
Here we go.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more. This message is brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
JP Morgan Chase is making a global commitment to break down barriers to drive inclusive economic growth all over the world. We believe there is a pressing need to help more people move up the economic ladder. That is why we are investing in communities and people to create an economy that works for all, because no community should be left behind. Right here in Boston, we're focusing that work in Dorchester, Roxbury, and Mattapan, among other neighborhoods, on improving financial health. These efforts aim to address the key drivers of the racial wealth divide head-on. We're here to empower individuals, families, and small businesses by connecting them to the tools that build generational wealth and a long-lasting legacy. Chase is investing in Boston. Chase is investing in you. Visit us at the Mattapan branch at 1617 Blue Hill Avenue, where the team is waiting to help.
Often I hear people talking about how high their electricity bills are. Massachusetts has programs that everyday homeowners pay for, but never look into. Have you ever considered why some homes have panels and others don't? If you have Eversource, National Grid, or Unitil for electricity, you are paying for your neighbors to get panels at no cost. The charges are on the bill. Why not get someone to pay for yours? This program also helps with re-roofing, tree cutting, and electrical upgrades. If you're tired of short-term solutions for a long-term problem, connect with Bakari to find out if your home meets the requirements to upgrade at no cost out of pocket. Save the planet, future-proof your family for power outages, and save tens of thousands of dollars on an otherwise lifelong bill. Mention Spark when you call or text SPARK to 617-833-8940 to get 2 months off your power bill covered if your home gets selected.
Prioritize your mental well-being with Kuji Jakalia Wellness Center, a Black woman-owned therapy practice committed to culturally affirming care that understands you. Our licensed therapists specialize in personalized care, offering virtual sessions Monday through Friday by appointment, because your healing should fit your schedule.
At Kuji Wellness, we embrace the principle of Kuji Jakalia, meaning self-determination, the power to define, create, and speak for ourselves. Your healing journey is yours to own, and we're here to support you every step of the way. We also offer individual, child, couple, and family therapy, helping families connect, heal, and thrive together.
Visit us at kujiwellness.com and book your appointment, because when you heal, the community heals too.
Spark FM.
Perhaps I was addicted to the dark side. Somewhere inside my childhood when this my heart died. And even though we both can't.
Igniting the airwaves. Spark FM.
I'm in a stop love how they gun them slaves. The act close and make a next gal face. Me no stop love how they.
Join us on Facebook and Instagram at sparkfmonline.com. Turn us up.
Oh my darling, oh my darling.
Spark FM.
You're listening to Saucy and Friends in the morning with Miss Hot Sauce, Miss Tony, and Rockstone Triz.
The only thing that does matter is great music, and you will find it here.
The all-new Spark FM.
Looking for bold flavor and good vibes? Come to Finn's Fusion, right at 1191 Blue Hill Avenue. We're bringing you the best of Caribbean cuisine with a touch of African flavors. From savory breakfast sandwiches to mouth-watering small bites, the famous steak and cheese on cocoa bread, and daily $6 lunch specials. Stop by, grab a plate, and taste the fusion everyone's talking about. That's Finn's Fusion, 1191 Blue Hill Avenue, where flavor meets culture.
Boston, are you ready? Join us for the 7th annual Boston Black Pride happening July 1st through July 5th, 2026. Come celebrate 250 years of queer Black joy with 5 days of community and culture. From our health summit to our youth pride to our elder event to the Kiki Ball and Bossa brunch and our pool party and our nightlife events. And let's not forget our music and arts festival. There is something for everyone to do. Don't miss the biggest Black LGBTQ plus celebration in New England. Get your tickets and learn more at www.bostonblackpride.com and visit our social medias at Boston Black Pride Official. Boston Black Pride 2026, where community, culture, and pride come together.
Often I hear people talking about how high their electricity bills are. Massachusetts has programs that everyday homeowners pay for, but never look into. Have you ever considered why some homes have panels and others don't? If you have Eversource, National Grid, or Unitil for electricity, you are paying for your neighbors to get panels at no cost. The charges are on the bill. Why not get someone to pay for yours? This program also helps with re-roofing, tree cutting, and electrical upgrades. If you're tired of short-term solutions for a long-term problem, connect with Bakari to find out if your home meets the requirements to upgrade at no cost out of pocket. Save the planet, future-proof your family for power outages, and save tens of thousands of dollars on an otherwise lifelong bill. Mention Spark when you call or text SPARK to 617-833-8940 to get 2 months off your power bill covered if your home gets selected.
You are tuned into
New England's #1 for hip-hop.
Nobody tell me nothing. Yo, what up? My name is
R&B.
Hi, I'm LMA.
What up, it's your boy DJ Mustard. Migos in the building.
No Master P. 10 bad bitches, then they after me.
SparkFMOnline.com.
I know you're gonna dig this.
Give me the island breeze, coconut trees, all of the things that I need to see. Don't forget, people, Kes will be in Boston live at the Pandemonium. Oh, Pandemonium at the Pavilion on July 2nd. July 2nd. We will be giving away tickets to that event next week. So make sure that you tell a friend to tune into Spark FM Online to win free tickets for Kes and his band.
Next Thursday.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, that's next Thursday. Damn, that's quick.
I'm so excited about that.
July is done.
June is done.
June is done. Wow, July just started. Yeah. But we do have a special guest in the building today. Someone we've been trying to talk to for a very, very long time. Linda Champion.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm doing great.
Girl, don't be nervous. You look good. You smell good. We're gonna have a good time today.
Absolutely.
So you are running for district attorney.
I'm running for Suffolk County District Attorney.
And wait, can we start here? What does a district attorney do?
Yes. So the district attorney is, I want to say top cop, but I know people don't really want to hear that word.
The ops,
but the reality is the district attorney makes the decision on whether or not someone gets charged with a crime.
Yeah.
And so people often think like, oh, the judge has all this power.
Yeah.
And I would say, no, the judge only has power in a courtroom if the district attorney
brings it to the judge,
brings it forward.
Okay.
Wow.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's such a simple, basic definition, and I like that because a lot of people don't know or do feel like it's just the top cop. Why?
So why do
you want? That's such a lot of work.
It is a lot of work. But what I've learned through being a former prosecutor and just working in community. Information, one, is power.
Yeah.
Access to resources is power.
Yeah.
And oftentimes the people who hold the most power in our community, no one has access to them.
Very true. Very
So
true.
you have to create spaces where you can have and give the community direct access to the people who are making decisions over their lives.
Yeah.
And think about it this way, 80% of the cases that are in courts today are low-level offenses.
Yeah.
But we did something over the years, and people say different things, and however you want to chant it, it has an impact. So let me take and give you this example. If you say something like defund the police.
Yes.
The first thing that's going to be defunded is the extra. And what's the extra?
Yeah.
The extra is the community outreach.
Okay.
It's having that individual on the street, in the neighborhoods, riding the bicycle, walking the beat, who can grow up essentially with our children.
Yeah.
Right. And so they know the difference between the good kid or the bad kid, the bully or the kid that's being bullied. And if you start to create a situation where the good cops who are walking the beat, who want to be part of the community, who are part of the community, because you got to remember, unlike other spaces, Boston requires residency.
Yeah,
That's right.
absolutely.
Yeah.
So they live here with the community. And so why wouldn't they have an interest in making sure that the community is safe, not only for themselves, but for you and for our children?
I completely, that's such a weird space to be in, the demolish the police or abolish the police, because I feel like there needs to be more education around what that means. Both extremes, no police, mad police, mid police, a little bit of police, like who is going to get charge, accountability, those types of things. Many voters believe that the district attorney's office requires a lot of experience to be able to do these. To tell us a little bit about your background and where you're coming from.
So I've been a lawyer for 25 years. I've been practicing law.
Yeah.
And
I thought you was 25 years old. Girl, get out of here.
And I work as a lawyer. I also work as a law school professor at New England School of Law. And I created a program and classes around policies for teaching new lawyers cannabis laws, regulations. I spent a lot of time in the cannabis space trying to help businesses open and getting their applications in, which is a very complicated process.
That's a whole ordeal in itself, working with the cannabis community, because the red tape around those situations are crazy.
Yeah.
I read about it every day.
And think about it this way, and I know people don't like to hear this, but it's easy to turn around and say, like a light switch, oh, this is now legal.
Yeah.
And you turn on a light switch. But there has been so much damage done to people's lives and to a little, a young person who may have just been smoking a joint on a stoop, who now has a criminal record. And now they are forever impacted because we can't go back in time. We can't reverse time for them.
Right.
And so one of the things that the district attorney's office and the district attorney can do, and what I will do, is make sure I look at cases on a case-by-case basis. I think that these ideas that you can just have a blanket policy, they just don't work for everyone. And the other thing is people will say things like, well, the statistics say, or in Boston, we're the safest small city. But you and I all know, and anyone who says this is not true, then they really need to focus and pay attention because not everything gets reported.
Yes.
So there's domestic violence happening every day where, the woman wakes up or the man wakes up the next day with their abuser and they just try to put the pieces back together.
Get through the day.
There are situations where children are neglected and abused and that goes unreported. And so then you start to see laws evolve where you have mandatory reporting, right, of teachers or mandatory reporting by nurses or doctors. And that's done because things that are happening don't often get reported. My position on reporting is that not everything needs to be punitive, right? So yes, somebody can do something wrong, but that doesn't mean everybody needs to go to jail for every little thing they do wrong.
There could be a different way to do that. Where do you draw the line between accountability and, making sure that you're not necessarily punishing the lowest of the low?
So I think if you do something wrong, and it's the same thing as a mother, I would teach my daughter, if you hurt someone, say sorry.
Yeah.
Right. So it's like, if you do something wrong, just admit you did something wrong.
Yeah.
We're human. We're not robots.
Absolutely, yeah.
So it's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to maybe be in a situation where you don't exercise the best judgment.
Yeah.
But then you have to own it and you have to say, I did something wrong.
Yeah.
I am sorry.
Yeah.
I did not understand how this would make you feel, or I did not know that I was breaking the law.
I think about the case of the young man, Carmelo Anthony, and that whole situation. And when it comes to reform versus accountability, like I'm one of those people that be like that understands that something happened, consequences happen for something, but making the crime fit the punishment based on what the law says it is.
The punishment.
Yeah. In that situation, I don't feel like the punishment fit the crime or the statistics around that. But also, I'm not a lawyer.
But also, it's like you got to take it a step back.
Yeah.
My thing is, we have to go back to. How about this? For me to prosecute a low-level offense, the cost of that is anywhere from $2,000 to $5,000.
Really?
Right? So wouldn't you rather just take that money and invest it in a child?
Yeah, absolutely.
So how about we start working towards a space where they're just not coming into the criminal justice system.
Yeah.
The district attorney's office has a budget of anywhere from $28 million to $30 million. Wouldn't you rather spend that money somewhere else?
Yeah.
And so the way you can spend that money in a more meaningful way, whether we're doing, creating a new radio station so we can have a group of young people.
Exactly.
Future, Spark FM
Right.
kids, or there's ways we can invest money. Why are we investing so much money in a criminal justice system and incarceration?
We were all part of a teen program called Teens Against Gang Violence when we were younger, and one of the things that we were taught was that prevention is better than intervention.
Yes, absolutely.
And so we go by that for a lot of things, and we apply that theory to a lot of the things that we're seeing. Like, you can invest in preventing things from happening instead of having to spend so much money trying to intervene.
So in one of those, that looks like the budget that we're going through right
Yeah.
now. We see there was a lot of cuts to, jobs and summer jobs and youth programming, but then an increase to Boston Police. It seems we're setting it up for what is it? For intervention more so than we are for prevention.
Well,
because,
and that sounds like, like that with the what is it? The school to prison pipeline.
Yeah.
Like,
but think about it. All of us in every community across the country, we're fighting against social media.
Yeah.
And what is social media teaching communities of color? They're teaching them to show up in large numbers. They're teaching them, think about what just happened at McDonald's on Warren Street in Roxbury. You have small business owners. The McDonald's that you see, they're not corporate owned.
Yeah, they're private.
These are private owner operators that invest their money in our community. Okay. Look at the small businesses that are investing their money in our community. Look at you.
Yeah.
Spark FM has invested their money in this community, trying to build out this block, right? And trying to improve it. You didn't just come in here and slap some paint on it and say, we're going to patch up the holes and it is.
We got a little something.
You literally transformed the space into a working environment that is not only quality, clean, accessible, people want to come in. Right? So now think about that with all of the bodegas you see, all the barbershops, nail salons, small businesses, right? When you see people who want to invest in your community, we have to be a partner in that. We have to be a partner in that. And so when you see these groups saying, show up here, and they go in and they tear up their, fill in the blank. Why? Why are we tearing up our own community? Do you not want the McDonald's there so you can get some French fries? I do.
Because I get them French fries all the time.
And so what I wanted to say is that we have to go a step back, and the step back is, I used to say, I watched my niece when she was raising her stepson. She would always say, when he would try to say something or he'd be frustrated, she'd say, use your words. Use your words, because words are powerful. Just use your words.
Just use your words. Yeah.
And so what I see when I see a lot of these things taking place, particularly as it relates to violence. Okay. I don't know how old everyone is, but I'm not ashamed to tell you that I'm 53 years old.
Really?
53. Wow. 53 on Tuesday.
Yeah, I was like, wow.
No, seriously, I would have never ever.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, okay.
But that's good.
So I'm 53 years old.
Yeah.
I've raised my daughter. I've helped raise my nieces. My sister had her first baby when she was 13, her second when she was 14. So I essentially helped raise my nieces. And I've watched them both, you know, be successful young women, right? Shout out to CC Champion out there.
Yeah.
But I've seen them be very successful. So, but I watched when my niece was raising her stepson, she would always say to him, wait, relax, use your words.
Yeah.
And so I see situations where the friends you keep matter.
Yeah.
And the way that the teachings you learn in your house matter.
Absolutely.
Right. So if you haven't, and I'm just gonna, not that I want to give a plug to this, but last night I had the opportunity to go to the Roxbury Film Festival, which is premiering.
Yeah.
If you guys have an opportunity, please go see the short films. Now, I went because there was a young man who is like family to me. And his father was murdered on Clarence and Dudley, at the corner of Clarence and Dudley, 21 years ago. And at that time, he was just a young boy. So his name is Ema. And Ema created a film called The Missing Piece. And so I went to go see The Missing Piece because I feel like when violence happens in our community, one of the things we never get to see or hear is the story of what happened after.
Yes, that is very true. Yeah.
And so the story of George Fidalgo is that he was a staple in the community, believed in hiring young people to work. He gave a young person an opportunity to work in his store. They learned his habits and his practices. And one morning they came and they executed him for the money that day.
Wow.
And it wasn't a lot of money. It was like $5,400. It wasn't a lot. And leaving behind a widow with 5 little kids to raise on her own. And so one of those little boys is now a grown man, and he created a movie, and it's called The Missing Piece. And the movie was so powerful because what it showed you was what the missing piece was. And I'm not going to give it away because I want everyone to go see the film. But what I learned from it is what grief does to a person, what loss does to a person.
Yeah.
But I looked at it and I wondered, for all the families who are survivors of homicide who don't know who took their loved one.
Yeah.
They haven't yet seen justice or realized justice.
Yeah.
They're waiting, right? And I wonder if one of the reasons I could see someone on a stage last night like Ema and his movie, The Missing Piece, is because his family was giving the blessing of knowing who, what, when, where, why, and how
it happened.
And they were able to have justice and closure. And I want that for all the families because I think they deserve it so they can move forward with their life.
One of the biggest things in this race is that you have 2 pretty public-facing opponents in this race. Both have been have had some very tainted records on, that are also public facing. What do you bring different, and how do you feel
for Hayden?
Yeah. How do you feel like you would be the right candidate? And I think I've known you for a long time now, from when we interviewed you on Big City a long time ago, and you've always been a grassroots candidate that has always championed the people. Touche to your name. What is this race like for you, going up against them, and what is going to propel you to the forefront?
So I'm not going up against them. What I'm saying to the voters is, you have a choice.
Okay.
So aren't you sick of it? Because I'm sick of this. Right? I'm like, I am sick of this.
This is what we do all the time.
Sick of this. Like, why are we going through this? Like,
you got one job.
We have smart, competent, capable, qualified people of color who can lead and will lead if we can get all the blockers out of the way. And who are the blockers? The blockers is the establishment. It's those individuals who feel like they get to say who gets to do what and when,
Yeah.
who gets to run, who doesn't get to run, who they're going to support.
Yeah.
And my position is, I get that everybody's vote matters, but who are you to stand in the way of the forward progress of our community?
Absolutely.
We are trying to do something important here, and we need people to get out of the way. The people who don't want to do the work, the people who want to get their picture taken, the people who don't want to submit to the audit, we need them all to get out of the way.
Yeah.
And the people who are self-serving must go.
Yeah.
Because public office is not the space where you can be self-serving.
Yes.
You have a boss, and the boss is the voters. And I would say it's not just the voters.
Yeah.
It's the people who have the right to vote, even if they choose to not exercise it.
Absolutely.
And so everyone you meet, everyone you encounter is your boss. You have a responsibility to them, and you have a responsibility to hold that seat to the highest office. Now, what makes me different is I haven't been fired. I haven't been charged with ethical violations, and in order to make it go away, just pay a big fine to do that. But also what I haven't done and what I won't do are things like allow a doctor like Dr. Todd to walk around and have the benefit of freedom for 3 years after raping and sexually assaulting women in the community.
Crazy.
And the current administration knew about it in 2023, did nothing under the umbrella that things had to be presented to a grand jury. And what I learned is things actually don't have to be presented to a grand jury first.
Yeah.
You can actually just charge them.
Yeah.
And put the public on notice
Yeah.
that this person is dangerous.
And that's all we ask.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like if it's a dangerous person, we want them off the street.
Right.
But that's one of my other questions. Like, how do you determine who gets charged, who gets a deal, and who gets to kind of walk away? Because like you said in the beginning, you get to decide who gets in trouble for something like that, or who has to take accountability. In many of these cases, a lot of people feel like people don't have to take accountability, or that they shouldn't, or it's this or it's that. How do you figure that out, even on a case-by-case basis, of what is a serious situation or that can manifest into something more serious versus something that, all right, you need to chill for 2 minutes, little ankle monitor.
So for me, I feel like we have to rely on the community.
Okay, yeah.
So it is on a case by case basis. But if Spark FM calls me and they're like, DA Champion, you got it wrong. We know this kid.
Yeah.
He was just standing there.
Yeah.
He's just caught up.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
he's just in the wrong place at the wrong time. Because remember, in everybody's life, at one point in all of our lives,
Yeah.
we will meet a perfect storm.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It passes no one.
Yeah.
It just depends at what age you will experience it.
Mhm.
But we've all been there.
Yeah.
Right. And so sometimes people do need a break.
Yeah.
Sometimes bad things happen to good people.
Yeah.
And so I have to rely on a community that I can trust to bring to my attention the things that I need to know about.
Absolutely.
You say that. What concrete steps will you take to restore that public trust?
Yeah, that's a good one.
I got to be in the public.
Yeah.
I mean, when's the last time you saw a DA? Or forget about the DA, because you can see that person on TV. Do you guys even know the assistant district attorneys who serve this area?
So good question. I mean, good statement, because that's another thing that we don't know. We hear about the district attorney all the time, but we also know that you guys are not looking at every single case that comes across your desk all the time. So who else is working in that department, these assistant DAs that be like, hey, we'll try this one.
Right.
You know, like how do we know that?
Right.
Yeah.
So we have to get a system where the assistant district attorneys also know the communities that they serve.
Yes.
And people have to know their names.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you know, I remember how there's been this thing where they don't want to talk to the defense bar. And it's like, you got to conference cases. You got to talk to people. You're dealing with someone's life.
Yeah.
You got to look them in the eye and talk to them. And I got no problem saying, look, I've read this.
Yeah.
I think that based on these facts, I may be looking for some time. You may have to give me something, you know? But I think it's okay to have that conversation, to treat people with respect, to explain and be very transparent about what evidence you have, what you plan to introduce at the trial against them. Give them their options. And, you know, let me tell you another thing that I hate the most. When they would say things like, here's my deal. Take it or leave it. And then the trial happens. Deal's off the table. No, the deal is never off the table until the verdict comes in. Now, once the verdict comes in, now you have put it in the judge's hands. Because the judge will hear us on sentencing. And so it's even out of my hands. But just short of a verdict coming in, why are we taking deals off the table? Because why? Because a public servant had to work longer and prepare for trial. Is that why the deal's off the table? That's not right.
Can I ask just a very basic question? So there's the DA who is the top. How many assistant DAs are there?
Oh, good.
So there's over 200 lawyers in the office.
Really?
And that's why, because I mean, you got to think about
A
it.
lot
Suffolk
of
County is processing anywhere from 10 to 15,000 cases a year. And when I was a prosecutor in Dorchester, I alone, between my juvenile court docket and my district court docket, had over 1,000 cases.
Wow.
And so you have to have a lot of lawyers. You have a big staff. It takes a lot of people. But one of the things that, you know, I told you earlier is a bulk of those cases are low-level misdemeanor offenses. Just clear those up. Because there's just some things that are dumb. Like if you're streaking and you want to strip at Fenway Park and run, like, do I really want to like nail you to the wall and make you a registered sex offender? You know, now maybe if you're streaking everywhere
all the time,
but if you're just drunk and your friends double dog, triple dog dare you to take off all your clothes and run out there, you know, sometimes we do have to bring a little humor back into our life. And say, well, now that was just funny. Right. But if you're doing things that are just vulgar, like there are things that are vulgar, you know, and I see things that I would consider vulgar is people who deliberately are trying to cause drama. You shouldn't go spitting in police officers' faces. Don't hit your teacher. I mean, aren't these like basic things we know? Don't hit your teacher. Everybody's coming to work every day to do their own job. Let's not make each other's lives miserable.
That part. That part. Let me crazy how folks are annoyed by being asked to do their job. You know, the jobs they have applied for. Exactly. Like just to kind of not wrap it up completely, but I did have some in 1 minute. Tell the voters why they should trust you with one of the most powerful positions in the criminal justice system and what you'll do to accomplish. Well, 2 questions. Your first 100 days, because we hear about this all the time with people, their first 100 days. How do you change the culture that it is right now in the DA's office? Because I don't know if a lot of people is too happy about how things are running in the DA's office. How do you change that culture as, you know, a new DA that has their own set of rules and policies? How do you fix that?
Well, I've taken the first step. I've basically said, DA, you're fired. You're fired. I'm running because I want to fire you from your position.
Absolutely.
Right. And then what I want to do is the focus of the office. And I want to just say this because people will be like, wow, you know, we have justice reform. Everybody has a job to do. The restorative justice spaces have their job to do. Mental health professionals and counselors have their job to do. I have one job to do, and that is to protect the residents of the Commonwealth. And my responsibility is to the victims of those crimes and to support them and to make sure that they have the things they need so that they can, one, feel that what happened to them, that we're doing our best to make sure it doesn't happen to you or me, right? And 2, that they feel supported and that they can testify so that we can make sure violent folks can come off of our streets. Right. So I'm not saying I want, you know, I'm not a victim, like I'm supporting victim. I don't want the store owner like, they were smoking a joint and they're underage outside my store.
You're not a victim.
That is not a victim, right? I'm talking about the serious stuff. So what I want to do is this. All I'm asking for is that the community and the district attorney's office work collaboratively together so that we can make sure that the city and all the neighborhoods and the schools are safe for every child. And I say that because every child is uniquely different. Some children may have an autism disorder and be diagnosed. Some children are auditory and some are not auditory. Some children are outgoing and have a bigger personality. Some children are more introverted. We need to make sure that the city, schools, spaces are safe for all children. And in order to do that, we need to make sure that we're not teaching our children things like it's okay to steal. It's okay to hurt people. It's okay to break in someone's house. And I'm not going to charge you. Like, these blanket policies send a mixed and wrong message. And so what we need to do is, I want the DA's office to work with the community to say, look, these things are fundamentally wrong. Let's overhaul this. It is a big task and it's a lot of hard work, right? Because, you know, I grew up in an era where my teachers could spank us with the paddle.
Yes.
It takes a village.
Yeah.
To raise a child.
Yes. And I grew up in a space where if you said something to the kid next door, like, I'm going to tell your mom, or don't do that, that they would listen, because for you to say it as the neighbor was just as powerful, and they really never wanted you to tell you. Now what we see is people saying, don't talk to my kid like that. Or don't say this. Or, who are you? Or who are you talking to? You got to move away from that.
Absolutely.
Because I'll tell you this backstory of that is, by the time that little boy becomes a grown man, she's afraid of him.
100%.
Right.
Yeah.
And now it's just really out of control. Right. And so I just want to get back to where things felt like a neighborhood. And we could rely on each other. We could help each other. We could trust each other. And part of that is community means all of us. And I would like everyone to just stop the narrative that community means separating us.
Yeah, I love that. Community means all of us.
You've spoken openly about your background as a former homeless teenager raised by an immigrant mother. By the way, where's your mother from?
My mother's from South Korea. She came to this country when she was 22, pregnant. And she didn't speak English. My father was a Vietnam War veteran. My father died of Agent Orange that he got while he was serving this country in Vietnam. But the thing about my mom and dad, which was the most challenging for me, and why I ended up on the streets in Boston, is that my mom did not speak English, and even now she's better, but she's been in this country over 50 years, and it's taken that long to really get a command of the language. And then, my father was very abusive.
Do you speak the language?
Very little.
Okay.
That's all I know. Pop mogo, which means you want to eat some rice, Don't opso, I don't have no money, So like, I know very my friend said I speak Konglish. It's like very broken. but I get my point across. But everything's very rude. Mogo, and then you say, "An mogo, no eat," so everything is like very basic. So I was just saying that my father struggled coming out of war. So you got to remember, they didn't give services to military soldiers when they came out of deployment. And Black people, you think it was bad then, think about a Black soldier. My father was the first Black military police officer to desegregate his platoon in Vietnam. And he ran a tight ship. He ran a tight ship at home. But all of those traumas of war, it was not uncommon for him to wake up in the middle of the night and start beating everyone because he thought my mom was like Viet Cong or something. I mean, he was like out of his mind. And that created an environment where my mom and dad could not be married. They could not coexist. But it also created a space where my mom then looked to other people. She's the only one in her entire family living in this country.
Wow.
So she looked to other people. And the people that she was drawn to or looked to were people like white ministers. Or the Korean community. And back then it was very racist, hostile towards Black people. And they'd see me and my two sisters, Black, we're brown babies. Like, we're not light at all. And they would say, oh, you would have such an easier life if you'd get rid of those Black kids.
How? We're supposed to put them.
So we all went into foster care.
Wow.
And so I found out my mom was living in Massachusetts. I wanted to be with my mom. Like, I don't know, as a little kid, I don't know if you're a kid who's ever lived in foster care or been given away. There is something just in you that you just naturally look for your parents.
Were you all together though?
No.
Oh, God.
My little sister was sent to Kentucky. My older sister and her daughter were sent to Louisiana. And I was sent to East Texas to be with my father's mother.
So you have you and through two other siblings.
Yes. Yeah. And so, but
have you guys
and a niece.
You guys reconnected since then?
Yes. So I moved here. I found out, and I don't really know how I found out. I think I overheard a conversation that my grandmother was saying that my mother was here in Massachusetts. And my sister had come here first, my older sister. My mom had already gotten my younger sister.
Oh, yeah.
But I was the one left behind. And I came here like, I was angry. Like I came here, I was mad, I was angry. And I thought she lived in Boston. And then I was like, I got here, I was like, where's Boston? No, she lives in Lowell. Where's Lowell? Like, I was like, where's this town? You know? So I finally made my way there, and it just didn't work.
Yeah.
You know, and so my mom said one day, like, if I come home, you better not be there, because if you're there, I'm going to choke you to death, right? And back then you believed it. You're like, oh my God.
And you're a middle child.
And I'm a middle child.
Yeah.
And I was just angry, and I could never put my finger on it, but I was angry because I felt that I was left behind.
Yeah.
And I was alone, and I don't know. And I don't know if anyone has ever grown up without their mother or father. Like I grew up without
right here.
Yeah.
I introduced myself to my father when I was 25.
Wow.
But because my friends used to go over there to play dominoes in his basement around the corner. I live on Wellington Hill. He lived maybe 2 blocks from me.
But it's
terrible.
It's an awful feeling, like to not have parents.
Yeah.
And it's an awful feeling to see people around you and kids around you experience that love. And like, I never had a birthday party. I never got Christmas presents. It was like wild to me, you know? And you would think that I was living with my father's mother, but she had her own kids.
Yeah.
And every time she would try to do something nice for me, her kids and my cousins would chime in like, her parents don't even want her. Why do you do that? Or why would you help her?
Yeah.
Wow.
And so I always had this desire to just be with my mom. You know, so I came here, it didn't work out. My mom, you know, I left the house thinking I would be able to go back, and I took the commuter rail. And I'll never forget this. I mean, you guys are all young, so you might not remember Leechmere Station.
I'm 49.
Yeah, so I remember Leechmere Station. I had the train.
I
would be
remember
up on the
Leech,
track.
man.
So I remember getting on the commuter rail in Lowell, landing in Boston, and just like getting back then you would get the newspaper to find a job or a room for rent or something. So I got the Herald, and I found a receptionist job that in Brookline, and I just showed up there, and the guy gave me the job, and he's like, oh, young Black girl, she can, you know, articulate and spell, let's hire her, right? And so he gave me the job, and it was a lady a white woman who, her name was Barbara Bowen, I'll never forget. I don't know if she was watching me or she just didn't know, but I would stay as long as I could there. Even like, you know, you're off at 5 and they're like, okay, you can go home now. But it was a recording. It was a television production company. So they were open all night. Like the people would be recording or the studio would be running. So I would just stay as long as I could. And finally one day she said, where do you go when you leave here? And I said, well, I don't know, wherever. Like if I have somebody that I know or a friend that I've met, you know, I'll go there, or just wherever. And she goes, I think you're just going to come home with me from now on.
Oh, wow.
And so I went to stay with her. She had a room, and then she helped me find subsidized housing. And that's how I ultimately got my a place on St. Vital Street.
And look at that. And then look where you are now and where you're going now. That is amazing. What a story. Oh my God.
Well, it's so that's why I always say that everyone always says, they'll look at me and they'll say, oh, you don't know the community. I'm like, what are you talking about? I was at Wally's. I was at Slade's. I was all up in those streets, right? I know the community because I lived in the community, because I was homeless in the community, because I was poor in this community. I know what it feels like to not have a family, to feel alone, to be alone. And I also know what it feels like to meet the right people. And I was blessed to meet some women from Morning Star Baptist Church, Linda White, who basically one day I was working a second job at Lord and Taylor, and she was like, what do? You got to go to school. You're too young. You don't want to be selling hats for the rest of your life. She's like, you want to sell hats for the rest of your life? And I don't know if you know this, but working on commission and selling hats was really hard. Right?
I can only imagine that.
I know.
$2 commission.
Right. And I was like, oh yeah, maybe I should go to school.
Yeah.
And so then I went to school, and the thing with school, it kept me housed. And I say that because remember back then you could get the student loans and you can get the extra money to pay your rent. And so then it was like, I couldn't tell if I was in school because I needed the rent money or if I was in school But I just knew I had to be there.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
They had to give me that excess check at the end of the year, and it worked, and it helped me. And I just always felt that I wanted to help people in the same way that these women and people in the community helped me.
I love that. It's such a wholesome
beautiful.
story too.
Yeah,
You know,
it is.
like it
It
makes
is.
you. It really kind of puts a different perspective over the people that are in charge of deciding
Yeah.
justice and
Yeah.
and accountability and different things.
Yeah.
We're at the end of the time. It took the whole time, Linda. Jeez.
Lawyers can talk because we charge by the point 1 second.
Billable hours.
so when you show up, we make sure we have a whole
Send you
lot
an
to
invoice.
say.
Rapid fire fun ending questions. One word to describe your journey.
Hard.
What's the biggest misconception about Linda Champion?
I love clip-ins. They think it's all real. No, today it's all real. Today it's all real. But I love clip-ins.
I love a little
I'm
body.
So addicted. I love it.
I was like, what a clip-in. I was like, oh, clip-in.
Yeah, I love it.
Who has kept you grounded through the highs and the lows?
My daughter.
Yeah.
Raising her. She's helped me understand like a lot of things. I grew up without parents, so I didn't have anybody to show me what it meant to raise a child.
Yeah.
And the way I was raised was, I had a foster family in Louisiana. They just didn't want me.
Yeah.
And so they ultimately found my grandmother in Texas. I got off a bus. I'd never met the woman in my life. She took me in.
Yeah.
But I was raised with, my uncle who was addicted to crack.
Oh, Jesus.
And so I never had anybody around me to teach me
to be a parent.
Right, to be a parent or how to talk to people. Like I stayed in my room. I just tried not to ever create any friction.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to set anything off, So, I mean, Thanksgiving dinner for us in Texas was my aunt would show up with the gun and she'd put it down at the table and she would say, "Peace, be still."
Oh,
so this peace will be still.
All right.
Nobody cuts up in here.
Okay.
Right? So that's how things work. Right?
Have you written a book yet?
It was wild.
Where's the
Wild.
book at?
Write a book.
So people don't know.
Yeah.
So down south we would say, "You don't know nothing about that there."
Yeah.
You don't know
Nothing
you
about
don't know nothing about that there.
What gives you hope about Suffolk County?
Love. I think people want the same things and everybody looks for it in different ways. Whether you love your sister, whether you love your neighbor, whether you love your children. I think people have a love for life. I think people have a love for each other. I think people have a love for community, love for music. I think we just need to get back to that.
Yeah,
right?
joy. Yeah. And then last but not least, almost last but not least, why should voters give you a chance?
Because I'm the best candidate for the position. I am the candidate for the position, not because I say that because I'm looking for a pension and a paycheck. That you got who's looking for a pension and a paycheck. I have a job. Right. I want this job because I know exactly what that 17-year-old homeless person on the street, young and Black, I know what I can get into. I know what I can avoid and how to avoid it. And I know what made the difference in my life. Absolutely. And I know that if I can bring those resources to every single house, every single community, every single person, I know that then we give them a chance at realizing their full potential.
Absolutely.
And that's all I want.
So you
just give them everything they need to realize their full potential. If they want to squander it, then that's on them. And then that will let me feel like, okay, we did our best. But I don't think we're doing our best right now. I think we have a lot of public servants who are just getting a job, who want a pension, who want a paycheck. Many are stuck and stupid.
Boy, I tell you, boy.
Many are stuck and stupid.
Yeah.
Many of them have these huge egos and they feel that they are more important than they really are. All I'm asking is for an opportunity to go in and do the job.
Do the job.
I just want to go do the job.
And then the last question. How are you doing personally, emotionally? How are you feeling?
I'm feeling really good. I think the first time I tried this endeavor, I'm saying the same thing now that I said then. Nothing has changed. I don't flip flop. I'm a very transparent person. There's not much to, wanting to serve other than getting out there every day and doing it.
Yeah.
And I just feel like seeing the support in the community in spaces that I wouldn't ordinarily expect it.
Yeah.
And seeing people say to me, wow, you said this would happen,
Mhm.
or wow, you called this, or wow, what you said actually is what was really going on.
Mhm.
And having that validation gives me the energy to kind of want to push forward. And I get a lot of, also mean things happening to me, right? People pick their horse in the race, and then they just don't want to talk to you.
Yeah.
They want to snub you. They want to be rude. But let me just say this to any and all elected officials or anyone out there who feels that you're in a leadership position. Kindness costs you nothing.
Say it.
Nothing. Kindness is free.
Mhm. And I love that. And we'll end there. Linda, it's been such a pleasure to sit here and just listen to you. Like you might need to write a book for real, because it's a really, really heartwarming story to just see or to learn about where you came from, where you are now, and what you are trying to do. Like my sister said, like we need more people out here that are just doing their job. Empathetic people. Kind people. Kind people. So I hope this is not the last. Well, this is not the last time we'll speak to you. Closer to the primaries, we definitely want to check in with you again. See how you're doing, and anything we can do to help, please let us know.
Yeah. And all the listeners out there, Spark FM being on the radio costs money. And they need support as well. So while you're out there, when you buy your morning coffee, also think about, hey, do I want to kick something over to Spark FM just to keep them on the radio, because I love the programming. I love hearing them. I think it's a simple thing to do, but we all need to help each other, and there's different ways you can help. So even if you don't have $1, $5 to donate, ask a friend.
Absolutely. I just dropped the Cash App.
Thank you so much.
With that said, the show is actually over. Thank you so much for just talking to us and conversing. I love when we can be human with each other and just kick it. So everybody will be back here tomorrow for F-Word Friday. Join us back here 9 to 11 where we'll talk more news. We ain't got no interview tomorrow, everybody. We got no interview tomorrow, everybody. So we're just going to have fun and get into all the news that we haven't gotten to. But these interviews that we're doing now are extremely important because we want you guys to make the best choice for you and your community. And we will do everything we can to make sure you guys get all the information. Linda will be back. And with that said, we are officially out of here.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
You're listening to Saucy and Friends in the morning with Miss Hot Sauce, Miss Tony, and
Log on to SparkFMOnline.com. The all-new Spark FM.